Hi, everybody. How you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Local Marketing Institute Q&A Live with your hosts. You have Greg Gifford from Research Lab Digital. And as you can see, now you can follow Greg on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Yes. And Ben Fisher, your host, Steady Demand. And of course, my Blue Sky address as well. Join us on Blue Sky because that's where the fun is at. And yeah, screw it.
Yeah.
We don't want to be on Twitter anymore.
Exactly.
It's pretty dead on there, actually, isn't it?
It is pretty dead.
And look at that. This has been now updated. We are now at 2.6 thousand members on the Local Marketing Institute Connect on Facebook. So that being said, join us there. And of course, as always, if you would like to have Greg and I in your ear on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, actually, you can join us.
Weekly if you're behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you want to re-listen.
Exactly. Yes. But join us on Apple, Google, Spotify. And again, I'm going to keep on saying it. iHeartRadio ? Who uses iHeartRadio anyway?
I mean, apparently there are people.
I guess, but whatever. Dude, watch. Let me see that watch.
It's a big, giant, honking, like...
What is that?
You gotta go backwards on it.
What is
it's just
that
like,
thing?
It's cool. So it's got like, that's the top. Across the top, it's like a squished clock. Then that's like a stopwatch little clock. Then that's digital in military time. And it's just big and giant and chunky. It's awesome.
So you have 3 ways of telling time.
Yeah.
Okay. So in other words, you're just never allowed to be late for a meeting is really what it comes down to.
I'm never late. If you're not early, you're late.
Rock on. Yes, absolutely. So let's see, who do we have with us today? All right. So today we have Paul's with us. Paul Lamplans.
Elizabeth came back because she knew that this week we were going to answer her question first.
Well, of course. Sheila is in the audience. Neil, hey, how you doing? Neil Shouts.
Oh, and she's here with the flu even. That's so awesome. Not awesome that you have the flu. Awesome that you're joining us even though you have the flu.
And actually, Paul is with us twice. So we get
Paul likes us so much, he's just signed in from 2 different accounts.
Exactly.
So's Rhea.
I'm just saying. I don't know. And look at that. And Jan has joined us. Hey, what's up, Jan? Good to see you, buddy. Dre. Haven't seen Dre here in a little while, actually. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks, everybody, for coming out to see us. And join in on the fun here today with the Local Marketing Institute Connect. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Please drop any questions that you have into the Q&A. If you would like us to go ahead and take a look at your GBP profile and basically have us rip it apart, we're happy to do that. Or a website or a competitor, it doesn't really matter. We will have fun with that, and we will absolutely roast your Google business profile. All right. And we have one question in the Q&A right now. So keep it coming. We'd love to get that to 6 or 10 today. So,
and with that, it's time for the news.
All right. Well, with the news, we actually do have quite a few things to talk about today. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the pin attack, which we talked about months upon months ago, has finally been fixed by Google. Not like it didn't take them a little bit of time.
Well, it took 6 months to fix a major point of attack.
Exactly. So if you remember the vector of this attack, basically what was occurring is that anybody could pretty much go on to Google business profile and move your pin. And guess what? If they moved it to another city, you're suspended. If they moved it about, a mile away, you're suspended. If you try to move it back and you're not suspended, you would get suspended. So yeah, it was a really great way of attacking your competitors. And in some cases, we were even seeing where somebody would have, say, offices all around the country, and somebody would just say, you know what, I'm just going to drag all of those pins to one location. Why not? Yeah, very fair. Anyway, they finally fixed it. And so That's it.
That
It's
actually
fixed. Don't worry about it anymore. All right. Woo! All right. So the next thing is, and this one's going to have a little question marks going around your head probably, but WhatsApp and text text has come back as a communication method with your Google Business Profile, and WhatsApp has been integrated as real-time chat. Why is this happening? Well, it just so happens that even though WhatsApp is a Facebook-owned property, it just happens that most of the world uses WhatsApp to communicate. We don't do it a lot here in the United States, but the rest of the world does. And as is everything with Google, basically majority wins is what it comes down to. So now you can have WhatsApp inside of your Google Business Profile, which is just so fantastic because all of the scammers and the review people are going to hit you up in WhatsApp now. So enjoy that.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yep, lots of fun with that. And whatever you do, as a reminder to you out there, that is, if somebody does come to you and say, hey, for $5, I will give you 50 reviews, do not engage. Do not answer, because it's going to cost you a lot more than $5 to get rid of the reviews that they're going to give you that are all 1-star. All right. Next thing to discuss. Well, actually, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that, buddy?
I mean, it seems weird to us, but it makes perfect sense to everybody else because literally everywhere outside of North America, they just use WhatsApp for everything. So it makes sense that WhatsApp is there. It's cool that they've got text messaging back again. I mean, whatever. It's cool for Leadferno more than regular text messaging because then you've got a whole interface instead of just having it go to one person's phone.
Right. Yeah, true. Very good points, man. Good point. All right. Now on to the news, which is actually rocking the entire world at the moment, and that is China's DeepSeek. As you know, Greg and I do like to talk about AI every once in a while. And DeepSeek's really gotten the entire world like talking about what's going on with open source AI coming out of China, basically. And I think what I like about it is it's invigorating the entire AI field into looking into open sourced AI models. I saw a really cool one yesterday. This company, in 3 weeks for $30, they were able to build a 2.8 billion token version of basically an LLM. It cost them $30 to make this thing. Literally. Awesome. I mean, you think about that, right? 2.8 billion tokens. Well, guess what? ChatGPT 4.0 4.0 has 29 billion tokens. So 10% for $30 versus 200 billion dollars, whatever it is. Some stupid amount. So I think it's going to really, for lack of a better word, democratize the AI systems that are out there, and it's going to speed up the development of them even more.
For sure.
Jesus. We were already predicting that AI was going to be crazy this year.
Well, and I think the other thing too is before it was a very linear path to innovation. It was, let's just throw more servers, throw more money. And now it's, we can think about different ways to attack this problem. And there are other ways that might be more efficient and might be better. So I think, I don't think it's going to unseat ChatGPT, but I think it's going to make people approach things differently. And I think it'll come out better for everybody in the long run.
In the long run, yeah. But I mean, if you look at this, right? I mean, these new models now are going to pop up all over the place, right? There's going to be a lot of security issues with this. Even with DeepSeek, as soon as somebody got a hold of their API, they were able to get every single chat combo that was happening inside of DeepSeek and private access to the back door of DeepSeek, right? That's slightly scary for the users who say, analyze my bank account. Yeah, stuff like that. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting, I think, what we're going to see coming out of all this. Personally, me, I will not use DeepSeek. I'm not going to install that damn thing on my phone. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. I just don't want anybody from China having my shit.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
I saw also, I mean, on the AI, I saw, I forget what the name of this was, but there is a new AI video platform, and it's stunning. Like, people are already making short movies using this thing.
Really?
Yes.
You don't know what it's called?
I forget. I'm sure you can probably Google it, but it's just amazing. I mean, people are basically able to, like I said, make short movies out of this thing with this thing, no problem whatsoever. So I have a feeling that this year we are going to see probably one of our first movies made 100% out of AI, and so that in itself is kind of interesting, and how we can use this as marketers, I think, is also going to be amazing. So, imagine you have no skill at video, right? And now all of a sudden you can create a video that you throw up onto your plumber's GBP. Takes you no effort whatsoever to do it.
Dude, you got to go look up what the name of that is and tell me what it is so I can mess around with it.
All right. Why don't you talk real quick and I'll go find it.
Sure. I was just thinking, how cool would it be if at some point this year we had an AI avatar that was advanced enough that we could train on all the past episodes of this show and all the stuff that you've ever tweeted and all the stuff that I've ever tweeted and all the stuff you've ever written and all the stuff I've ever written and all the videos you've ever done and all the videos I've ever done? Could we then at some point this year have a guest host on the show that is a Ben/Greg local SEO avatar that could be a guest host and answer questions well enough to pass muster?
There you go.
I don't know if we could do that. I'm pretty sure we could do that. I'm very confident we could do that from a text perspective with an LLM interface, but I wonder if we could get there within the next year where it could be an AI avatar running all of that. That would be stinking sweet, man.
I can't see any reason why not. Oh, here it is. I think I found it, dude. Give me 1 second.
Like, play the Jeopardy song while you're looking this up. Well, if you can't find it that quick, we can find it later.
I think I found it. It's called Off the Shelf.
Off the Shelf.
There it is. Okay.
Got a link to show everybody?
Yep, I sure do. All right. This is going to blow everybody's mind. Let me see if it mentions what tool was used to do it. If not, I can freaking find it real quick. Oh, there it is. Yeah, shifting tide. No. Second. All right. Well, I found the name of the movie. Now I can find the tool.
Listen, what? My mom wanted me to stop by and pick up that book she ordered.
Of course. Let me get it for you.
What is that thing over there? That looks...
It's weird how it switches from the young guy to the old guy and stuff, but that's pretty cool. That looks like it could almost be done with Sora, honestly.
It probably could be. All right. Anyway, well, now you have the video, and now you can go probably find whatever was that made it. But anyway, yeah, it's just it's going to be very interesting, man. I mean, especially for people like me who have like zero creative capabilities whatsoever. All right. So moving on. This is not really news, but there is now a easier way to claim a service area based business, basically, and by using the place ID. I think that if I remember correctly, though, Joey Hawkins figured this one out like a month or two ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know, people are talking about it even more now. So, interesting. Yeah. Interesting, Anthony. Okay. So as we all know, claiming a service area based business is a PETA, basically. And I still say I've tried this before, and I don't think it worked for me. So I'll try it again. Interesting. Software from helmets. Yeah, helmets. Yep, that's right. Yep. Next thing is basically, and this is our last news item, is Google has just released something called Ask for Me, basically, which I'm kind of dubbing Duplex 2.0 at this point. And what this is supposed to be is a way for you to basically ask Google, hey, Google, I'm getting hungry. Can you go ahead and order a Big Mac for me from McDonald's, please? At, I don't know, 1:00 today. And you'll just go off and do it. It'll place the actual order for you. We talked about this last year, that we thought this was going to be coming. Well, Here it is, basically. It's in beta right now. We'll probably have it within the next month. It's interesting. I would say that. I just don't know if I really feel comfortable giving my credit card information to AI.
Yeah, right. That's the big part. You're gonna let it that's like letting Alexa just figure out what Alexa wants to do for you, and I'm not sure
Yeah, so yeah. But hey, it's here, so whether you use it or not, that's a whole different story. All right, buddy.
And that means it is time for questions.
Yes.
And it's a good thing Elizabeth is here, because we told Elizabeth last time we would do her question first.
Absolutely.
Actually, you should be reading this one to me.
I am about to do that. All right. So Elizabeth is asking you, Greg. I noticed a new chat area within JBP. I'm curious if this is any different than the chat feature that has already been available on listings, and what are the differences?
Yeah, we already answered this in the news section, so you don't get an answer. Next question. Just kidding. Yeah, that's the new, they brought back the WhatsApp and texting thing that we talked about, and so that's what it is. It's nothing exciting. Unfortunately, we kind of already blew the answer by talking about it in the news section, but that way you get kind of a double answer. You got the preview and your specific answer. So there we go.
Yeah.
Next question is for you, and this one is from Mary. I wonder if Mary's here today. Maybe it's the same Mary. We don't know. Mary's question is about getting spam reviews removed from GBP. Okay, this is a long one, so stick with me.
All right.
My client's GBP recently received 4 one-star spam reviews on the same day within a very short amount of time. They are likely from the same person using different accounts, since looking at the review profiles, there is another business's GBP from a similar industry that also received 4 one-star ratings from the same 4 profiles about a month before my client did. My client says the reviewer was a job applicant who didn't show up for 2 scheduled interviews and was upset when they were turned down for the 3rd interview. The reviews don't mention this, however. They are either vague complaints about the equipment my client manufactures, or they don't have any text at all. I've tried reporting all 4 reviews using Google's review reporting tool, and I got 1 successfully taken down within a few days. The other 3 remained pending for over 2 weeks. I saw there was an option to appeal them, so I did that. Unfortunately, I received an automated notification that said the appeals are rejected since Google found the reviews didn't violate policy. I'm now unable to submit another removal request for the same reviews, or respond to the email from GBP support since it doesn't accept replies. Do you know if there is a way to get in touch with a Google rep to explain the situation and possibly get the reviews taken down? My client's listing doesn't have many reviews total, so these 1 stars are greatly affecting the overall rating. I tried posting on the forum, but my question was flagged as a duplicate, so no one can respond to it now.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Couple different things that we can unpack here, right? Number one, Sorry, your client is going through this. I'm sure they are looking to you as the expert and blaming you for not getting them removed. So let's talk about what you can tell your client. Number one, they can make all the assumptions in the world about that this was somebody who was an interviewee and basically is bombing you. Yes, you're getting bombed, but you're not going to be able to prove that interviewee part at all. Google does not get involved with that, and not to mention you can't prove it in the first place. Secondly, yes, the Google AI systems are not all that wonderful at helping to get reviews removed. You have followed through on all of the proper ways to do this. However, as you can see, most of the proper ways are failing. What I would do, since you got flagged as a duplicate, is basically I would make sure that you come back to the Google Business Profile community, make a new post, make it, put your case details, including the links to all of the reviews, which are still up, and your case ID into a Google Doc. This way, it will not get flagged as a duplicate. You can just put it in the subject, review issues, and that'll probably do it. Basically, what you're really going to be asking for at the end of the day is for somebody to please go ahead and escalate this to somebody at Google. Will you be able to talk to somebody at Google? We say this all the time here. No, you will not be able to talk to somebody at Google. Your issue is not that big in their eyes. Again, we know it's big to your customer, it's big to you, but it's not that big. So that is what I would do. If somebody does not go ahead and pick this up, you can, of course, always feel free to send it to Greg or I, and we will go ahead and then escalate this through some private means that we have to get them evaluated very quickly, like usually within 48 hours. Does not guarantee that they're going to get removed, by the way. This just will give you a little bit more of a push at this point. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, that's about it. I would almost go so far as to say, shrug it off. There's probably not anything that's going to happen here, and you're going to go through a whole lot of effort to find out they're not going to remove them anyway, and you wasted the time that you could have spent just getting a few more positive reviews to offset the bad reviews, because Google really doesn't do much. And I think, didn't they mention that some of them they said some of them were vague and some of them don't have text. It's incredibly difficult to get a 1-star review with no text removed. Right.
And if they only have a couple of reviews, I'm assuming that the client is probably saying, oh my God, I used to have a 5.0 and now I've got a 4.9.
Doesn't matter.
That's fine. I mean, people trust a 4.9 more than they trust a 5.0 anyway.
Honestly, most of the review research that's been done has always backed up that the ideal range is like a 4.4 to 4.7. So, right. As long as you're not below a 4.0, or, if you're a 4.5, but all the competitors in your market are a 5.0 or a 4.9, okay, then you should be worried. But if you're down to a 4.5 and everybody else is a 4.5 or a 4.6, doesn't matter.
Exactly. Last thing I do want to point out is this, and I don't think I've pointed this out on the show before, but Near Media, Mike Blumenthal, has this kind of cool tool which can also help you estimate the number of new reviews that you would have to get that would be 5 stars for you to get back that 1 point that you lost. Preview. The number is staggering. Really is. Let's say you get 1 negative review. I think it's like 100 5 stars is what it would take to get that point back. So anyway, go ahead and put your information into that tool. You can also tell that to your client. All right, buddy. On to the next one. And this has to do for you. This is coming from Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's not here. Jeffrey, hopefully you're catching this on a replay.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus, really? Come on, guys and girls. All right. So, Jeffrey has the fun subject question. Oh, wait.
Oh, Jeffrey is Rhea, or Rhea is Jeffrey.
Okay, cool. Hi, Ria Jeffrey. So the question is suspensions hitting a dead end? We never hear this, by the way, right?
Never. I'm interested to answer this question because it's something we'll probably have to BS on because we've never heard this problem before.
Oh, cool. Okay, let's do it. All right. So, hi. Any suggestion on what to do if a reinstatement request has been rejected twice? And a product expert submitted a third attempt via my post in the community forum, and that was also rejected. I'm dealing with this doctor that got suspended after she moved locations. She has signage and documents proving her legitimacy, and Google will not overturn it. And there's a reference, of course, to a thread. So we've never heard this before. This is brand new, man.
Hold on, I'm looking in the thread to see if there's additional information in there since we do not have Jeffrey here today. So the thread just says suspension.
No, Jeffrey Ray is here.
Oh wait, that's right. Sorry, I was all confused because I was trying to read ahead. Okay, I still want to look at it though. Came suspended January 9th after they attempted re-verification and needed to be re-verified because they moved locations shortly after the suspension. They submitted the first appeal, which ended up being rejected. Afterwards, Jeffrey gathered official documents, sent that to Google for the second appeal. That was also rejected, looking for guidance on what steps to take. And then there's a link to a drive folder.
Oh no, it gets even more interesting. Keep going.
Oh wait, Google does not provide a reason. There is not a next step. You're not allowed to have a business profile. Oh wait, what is this? The signage on the building says Mueller Vision, but the listing has a business as Rebecca Mueller. I don't think that it's the signage thing. Let's look at the drive. Pictures of license, phone bill. Yeah, if the phone bill is Rebecca Miller OD, I don't know if that's what the business name is because we don't see what the business name is. No, it's Rebecca Miller OD is the name of the business. So, yeah, I don't know. I would just do what you did and go to the forum and post on the forum.
Well,
I mean,
let me post. Let me go through here.
The only response is Sherry said that you can't have it because the signage on the building says Mueller Vision, but the business is listed as Rebecca Mueller OD. I mean, maybe that's enough. I don't know.
No. It really shouldn't be the practitioner listing. I mean, I would be sticking with the practice actually, because it's her practice, it's her business, so it's not really a practitioner issue.
The medical license is the doctor's name. That's correct. The NPESS record is the same name. The phone bill is the same name.
Is it her name or is it Mueller Vision?
No, it's all of them are like medical license is for Rebecca Miller.
Okay. Well, I mean, then you could have
I don't know what NPPES, but NPPES is for Rebecca Miller.
What is the name of the actual Google business profile, by the way?
I don't know. The suspension screen capture, it says you want to submit an appeal for Rebecca Miller, OD. So it's,
okay, yeah. Now, the way I would have actually done this is you just want to have a combo, right? So you would have it would basically be it would be Mueller Vision : Rebecca Miller OD. That would actually be the name of the Google business profile. That way you could have it look, it's basically going to look like the practitioner join, right?
Right.
So that way when Google does look at the proof, they'll look at both, basically, as far as what the name goes.
Okay. Ria/Jeffrey says this is supposed to be a practitioner listing in the chat. So the signage in the building won't match, but there is interior signage at the practice with her name on it. It's a multi-doctor practice.
Yeah, this
but they're not the main doctor there. Okay, here's my thing.
Looked at deeply.
I hate practitioner listings for doctors personally. I think just because you can doesn't mean you should. Unless that doctor only works certain days at one place and works certain days at another, and you need the public to know which days somebody is there. If Dr. Miller works at this place the entire time and that's the only place Dr. Miller works, why does it need to have her name? Why does she need to have a practitioner listing? If the place is called Miller Vision or Mueller Vision or whatever it's called, that's where people go. Like the name of the practice doesn't have to be the name of the doctor. Like my kid's pediatrician is Pediatric Associates of Dallas. It's not the name of the doctor. Like you add in so much extra work to have to manage multiple profiles that sure, in some cases the practitioner thing is worth doing, but like if it's an optometrist office, I don't even know if it's worth all the hassle.
Yeah. Well, the big question though is what do we do now? And to answer that question, I would basically try and fix up the listing if you can. You can reply back to the re-review that you did. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of little things going on here, by the way, Ray. So you might want to hire somebody to help you basically with the suspension. And so at least to take a look through the docs and to give you some advice on what to do. The fact is you've definitely burned through your 3 options at this point. So, but you can go back to the re-review and reply back to that. You just won't be able to escalate again. Obviously you can't submit an appeal again. That's also unable to be done, but I would be looking towards the name. So deceptive content, the name is basically the deceptive content is really what it comes down to. Google's looking at that going, no, this doesn't make sense. So play with the name and see what you can do. I think that's the basics of the answer, really.
There we go.
All right.
Next question is for you, and it's from Steven. Oh, wait, let's skip that one then.
Yeah, Steven? Really?
I'm just kidding.
Do we have to answer?
Okay, question. I don't know if you got to my question over the past few weeks. I have a business that has 2 locations. Each GBP is verified. Location A is the main office, and that's where all the reviews are. Location B has no reviews. But now the main location is closing, and the business will only be at location B. What can I do to not lose the reviews from location A?
Delete location B, wait until it has fallen off of Google completely, and then move location A to where location B was. Since you're here, Stephen, what category is this business in?
Doctor's office. When has location A closed already?
Doctor's office.
See, if it's already closed, deleting B and waiting for it to fall off probably isn't a solution because that's the only office that's even open right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can mark it as permanently closed, though, if you really want to. So you mark it as permanently closed and then move, basically. No, yeah, I know you don't want verification. Nobody wants verification. How far apart are these places?
Oh, geez.
5 miles? That's not bad. Not bad. Well, it's okay. I understand different zip codes. You might want to just throw a Hail Mary first.
Try to get them merged.
See if you can get them merged, basically. Yeah. Just explain what's going on. You know, be very, very specific, be very logical. Remember, act like Spock. And see if they'll go ahead and merge the 2 profiles together because the experience is going to be exactly the same. So therefore, they might just go ahead and do it. I would say try that first. Yes, that's exactly right. Contact support, correct. You're welcome. Absolutely. All right. That was an easy one, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And Henry's here for the next question as well. So I love it when people are here for past week questions.
Freaking-tastic. Hey, Henry, how's it going, man? All right. So, Greg, this one's for you, buddy. Can you verify a GBP if the location is a residential sober living home without signage? If not, what do you recommend?
So it's difficult. The groups that we've worked with in the past, my question to them is the same question I'm going to ask you, Henry. Why? Why would you want to verify a sober living facility when typically you don't just show up at a sober living facility and go, hey, can I have a place to stay? You are placed in that sober living facility because of a program that you've gone through at some rehab facility. So the sober living facility is an extension of the rehab. You don't really need a Google business profile for it, especially because it doesn't have signage. It's just a home somewhere. So my question to you is there a real business need to have a GBP for that sober living home?
And I agree with you. The answer is usually nope, not at all.
I mean, there may be something unique about this one where there is a need for them to do it. Henry, if you could throw that in chat for us. Probably not. Good answer for that client, though. Yeah. So you could attempt to contact support and say, hey, look, we can't pass because we don't have signage. It's just a home. It's not a service area business, though. It's a storefront, blah, 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 blah. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get it in, but why would you need to? There's like the reason you want to have a Google business profile is so that current and potential customers can find you on a map. That's not a need that this business has. You also need people to leave you reviews. That's not really a need that this business has because you don't choose to go there because of the reviews. You live there because you are part of or you're exiting a program from another rehab facility. We're going through verification process, but another one randomly got, yeah. I mean, you can, if you talk to the right people at support. It's always a crapshoot when you talk to support. I was just telling Ben while we were getting ready for the show, I was helping someone on the forum this week that, now I'm blanking out. I'm so tired. It's been a long week. But no, it's like a business that's been there for 25 years and they clearly are that business. There's no question. And support's like, yeah, no, like we can't really prove that that's really you. And it's like, come on, guys, look, it makes no sense. So yeah, the one I was I lost myself. It was a car dealership. That was another thing we were talking about too. But the car dealership specifically about the support people not knowing stuff. Car dealership is allowed to have a separate department profile for parts and service. And they were trying to get that set up. And the person at support was like, you're not allowed to do that. But there's an entire page in Google Help documentation that says car dealers can do this. And here are the things that they can do. And here's why you do it. So why does Google support then say you're not allowed to do it when there's Google documentation says you can? So situations like this, probably not going to get to, but if you talk to the right support person that just doesn't know any better, then they might verify it for you and you might be okay. But
yeah,
all said and done, like, why? You don't really need to.
Yep. I agree with everything you said, my friend.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it a fun headache, but yeah, exactly.
All right.
That means the first question. Ooh, how many do we have?
5.
Let's hit the other ones first. And Wendy, I'm not skipping over you. Wendy actually put the first question into Q&A, but Wendy's is a roast/audit. So let's bang through these other ones. We've got 20 minutes. If we can like spend 5 to 10 minutes doing these other questions, then we can come back and have more time for the audit. Or do you want to do the audit and maybe we just do the questions next time?
No.
Let's throw it to the room. Everybody chip in. Do you want type in either questions or audit and let us know what you'd like us to do next. Understanding that if you did ask a question, we may not get to your question until next time. Ooh,
audit questions, audit questions, audit.
Question, audit, questions. Still pretty even.
Pretty even. Somebody come on.
Be a couple more.
Hey, Mark. Oh, wait. Audit.
Oh, audit's kind of have it winning right now. I guess audit wins. All right. Well, let's do it. Wendy, you're up next. So Wendy is hoping we can help figure out why Wendy's electrician client in Baltimore can't be found anywhere in the organic results when you search electrician Baltimore. Please roast away. And there's a link to the GBP. I guess I should probably share my screen.
Sure, do it.
And I can pop this up so that everyone can see it as we're looking at it. Sorry, I'm cleaning off
Electrician
the
Baltimore
screen
MD.
before I share. Let's share screen.
And then you might as well just go ahead and localize yourself to Maryland or Baltimore.
Oh, I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. I just want to pull it up so people can see it.
Aye.
And I will pull up the website. All right, so what you got?
Nothing yet. Working on it. Let's see.
They're not on page 1, which I wouldn't expect them to be because that was the whole question. I am not seeing them. Page 2. Page.
There we go. All right. Let's take a look. So we're just going to look for just electrician, huh?
Yep.
Let's see. Who are we looking for here? Plug. Electric.
Wendy, this looks like a residential area. Is it a residential area? Yes.
There they are. No, I see them, man.
So if it is a residential area, why is it set up to not be a service area business?
FYI, they're number 13. So they are showing in the at least the local results.
Slow internet today.
Look at that. There's a United States Postal Service van in front of the house on maps. And some lady walking a baby in a stroller. Yeah, so this is definitely a house. Okay.
Yeah. She said they were verified with the residential address, so they didn't want to hide it.
It's a great way to get suspended and never come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Yeah, so like I said, for me at least, they are definitely coming up. They're not in the top 10. They're not in the top 3, of course. But they are definitely in the top 13 when it comes to their local results. And also, let's see, it does not look like they are in the Google guarantee. So I'm wondering if they are they doing local service ads? Wendy, are they doing local service ads?
Nope.
No? Ah, why not? Best leads you can buy.
I don't really see much wrong with the profile. I would do more Google posts. I would definitely check out, they only have 47 sites linking to them. That's pretty low. I would try to do some link building.
I would actually start using something like ChatGPT to help you with your review responses. They're pretty generic. And like, for instance, you have 3 weeks ago, you got a 5-star review, but the response was, thank you for your 5-star rating. Throw in ChatGPT, you'll get some much better response than that. Yeah, and there's like the one that was left with a bunch of photos, actually. You absolutely should be responding more to that one because that one actually could end up going to the top of the review stack on mobile. Yep, same thing. Yeah, you got lots of photos, which is great. Yeah, I would just do that with the reviews. Just checking out the plus code. Plus code shows Baltimore, Maryland, by the way. So you're definitely going to rank in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, here is something you can do to immediately help the ranking of your Google Business Profile. If you click on the About, basically, the service options are language assistance. So you provide language assistance. I would go ahead and start filling out the predefined as well as the custom services immediately. Should give you a ranking bump within 72 hours. So local service ads, better review responses, especially on the ones with photos, and make sure you fill out your custom services. That's pretty much what we got for the GBP at the moment, man.
Yeah, the website, like, there's some kind of spammy city page stuff going on, but that wouldn't really affect Baltimore. I don't see a blog on the site. Am I seeing that correctly?
Yep, you are.
I would for sure get a blog on there and start sharing helpful information on the blog to target mid and upper funnel searches. And really link building and good content that answers customer questions is definitely going to help.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That means moving on. Next one. Dre has a question. Oh, wait. I forget whose turn it is.
I forget too. I don't know. Just go with me, I guess.
I'll ask you. Dre has a client that has an address at a suite in a business plaza with a home builder and remodeling company name. He's changing the business name to now focus on building, roofing, and pool cages. Suggestions to seamlessly shift the GBP and current reviews to the new name. He will use the appropriate categories for the services. The primary will be roofing.
Yep, very simple. Just go ahead and guess what? Change the existing GBP that you have, basically. Be careful. Make sure all your documentation is in the new name. Especially be careful when you do the category change. You absolutely want to go ahead and update your citations, as well as your website, of course, to have the proper category, or the new category, I should say, and the new business name before you make the change to your Google Business Profile. You're not going to make a new Google Business Profile because there's no need. You already have the reviews on this one. So think of it kind of like a shell or a shelf. It already has all of that stuff. You're just going to go ahead and make the change, basically. Again, do it slow. Be careful. That's it.
The big part here, though, is making sure that all of your documentation has the new name on it. Because if they're going to go change the name and they haven't officially changed the name everywhere else, and you get suspended for changing the name or changing something else, you're going to fail your appeal for that suspension because all the documentation is going to be in the old business name.
Right. All right. Okay, no problem.
All right.
All right, man. Okay, question for you, buddy.
from Greg. So
it's
it
from
must be a
Greg.
great question.
GBP, ask for me. Interesting way to lead. What do you know about this? Can businesses qualify? Oh, the ask for me. Okay. So what do you know about this? Can businesses qualify, or is it just people request a price and Google calls? When they call, would a business have to actually answer the phone versus automated? Basically, he's asking, how does this work, right?
But then he also said, oh, we've already talked about it, so maybe we don't need to answer the question. Greg, do you still have a question here, or did we kind of answer it when we talked about it in the news section?
I don't think we answered this part, though. Before.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's going to happen if it's an automated thing. That's my understanding too. Like, from what I read, I don't think it's Google is buying stuff for you. It's Google calling and asking if a product is available or an appointment is available at a certain time.
Or getting a seat or things like that.
Right.
You know. However, it's probably going to extend to that later.
Yeah, and I'm sure the AI is smart enough to figure out if it's like press 1 for sales, 2 for service, whatever, that it can navigate through that. But I haven't played with it yet, so I don't know what's actually going to happen there, Greg.
Yeah. And I mean, this is so new, we just don't know if this is going to be something where you have to opt in or if everybody just gets it at the same time. So it's probably something which is being treated very googly, which means that they're going to test the heck out of it, and then they'll launch it, and it will break and probably make a lot of people go out of business.
Or they'll launch it, and it'll work really well, and it'll be the most amazing thing Google's ever released, and then they'll cancel it and close it down anyway.
Exactly, right. Because they'll say nobody ever used it because it was not high enough off on the Google Business Profile.
Yeah.
Posts.
Oh, this one's a good one. Steven, this is such a good question, and I'm so glad that this is a live question so we can get some clarification, because I'm going to need you to throw into the chat as I am reading the question and Ben is answering. Clearly you heard this somewhere, and I want to know where you heard it. But Steven's question to you is, I guess to both of us, have you guys ever heard of adding backlinks to the schema sameAs code?
God, it's such a useful technique, man.
Where'd you hear this, Steven?
No. Never.
This is the secretest of secret sauces for ranking overnight. Wow. So the guy that is Steven, for everyone listening, Steven's brother hired a guy to work on the site, and he saw this on the site. So I'll let you answer. Go ahead.
Oh, the answer is just no.
Yeah, the answer is no, and the answer is hell no, and the answer is this is what goes to the guy. I bet the guy also calls it Google My Business, so he gets this.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Technically, what he's saying is that website, if the thing says same as, that means your website is the same thing as the other website that's linking to you. So it's completely the wrong way to use it as well. It's very boneheaded. I would for sure get rid of that. Take that off the site. It's ridiculously stupid.
And then get your money back.
Yeah.
And fire them.
Yeah, it's really... In fact, it's bad enough that it potentially might even be harmful. But it's for sure not helping. So I would get that crap off the site.
Exactly.
Stop telling people what to do. Shh.
But no, Mark is right. I mean, it's right up there with geotagging and EXIF and all of that crap, Google stacking. I mean, it's just as effective.
Yeah.
And waste of time.
Yep.
Okay. Question from Lewis for you. Thoughts on linking from a blog on site to the Google Business Profile?
Yeah, Lewis, don't do that. That doesn't do anything. No.
Just don't. Stop. Stop. That's all you can do is stop.
And final question of the day from our old pal, anonymous attendee.
Yes.
Is there a go-to resource that you could recommend about the process of uploading an internal 360 virtual tour to GBP?
Yeah, go hire somebody. They're called trusted photographers. Period. End of story. You're not going to want to do it yourself. There's way too much specialized software that you have to get to be able to do this. So yeah, just go hire somebody. You just go literally look up Google trusted photographer, and they will be able to help you. They're not that expensive, and they can do all sorts of really cool, neat stuff. I think it was Darren Shaw. He actually recently put up a Facebook post that showed some of the really cool new stuff that you can do with these 360s. But yeah, and they're cool. They don't help you. They don't do anything for ranking or anything like that. You know, I mean, the street view photographers will tell you that they help with ranking, but
it doesn't.
They really don't. Yeah, so that's it.
Dre says, Greg, I like but I can't tell what that little emoji is. Oh, is it the watch?
Yes, it's the watch.
It's FICA, FEICE. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So basically, my Apple Watch pissed me off because it can't read through black tattoo ink, so it would always make me type in the code, or I'd have to just turn the code off. And I just got frustrated, and so I decided to start wearing watches instead. So I now collect watches, and I set myself a goal of I don't want to spend more than $200 on a cool watch. So I have spent the last 6 months-ish very carefully training my Instagram algorithm to feed me ads for unique, not super expensive watches. So that's how I found it.
There you go.
No, I am not a father-in-law. It is proud father of a few dumbass kids. And what's even funnier is my oldest kid gave the shirt to me. So
nice. All right. Well, with that, I mean, we got 3 minutes left. I think we can pretty much call it for the day.
I think that's pretty much it.
We're all copied. We're copied out on questions. So we're good to go.
So everybody, make sure you go in and pre-submit questions before we're back in 2 weeks with the next episode.
Yes.
Or
if we see
URLs
no questions,
or GBPs.
If we see no questions or anything in the chat, guess what? We're just going to tell y'all, see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Nah, we probably won't do that. Oh, actually,
we'll talk about AI and storage the whole time.
What is 2 weeks from now? Actually, hold on.
Oh, wait, I may not be able to do.
I will be around. Okay,
2 weeks from now is Valentine's Day. Let me see what time I leave on my flight.
Yeah. I can pretty much tell you I'm probably not going to be here
on the 14th.
Yeah.
I have to go to the airport then. So
same here.
We will reschedule.
Yeah, either we'll schedule or we'll see everybody in 4 weeks.
Yep.
That's all. All right, everybody.
Everybody.
Fantastic weekend. Peace out. Have a good one. Goodbye, buddy.
See ya.